how to create a text background in Photoshop, a pattern design in Photoshop. Well, there's a few ways of doing it. I'm going to show you some of them. So let's start with a complete fresh document. So File, New, and click Create. I'm going for basic one, 2,250 odd. And with this, I can now, if I want to create a very quick pattern with text, I can go to View and Pattern Preview. It's a real easy way of doing it. Always comes up with this panel. Click OK. So you've got this, and you can now add some quick text. So let's just go here, horizontal type tool, and just drag and release. And of course, it creates this. You can create obviously your own text, so you can fill it with whatever you want. And you can see it's repeated. So if I just go over here to the zoom tool, you can see it's repeated, and you can create very basic patterns with this. It's not the world's greatest feature for doing this, but what you can do, let's just remove this. Personally, a much better and quicker way is not to use the pattern preview feature, and it's to use the library feature. So just go here and let's just zoom in a bit, and now let's create some text. So horizontal type tool, and I'm just going to add again text there, and you can of course fill it with anything you want. Could be anything, and you can of course repeat this multiple times. I always think it's a pity that it doesn't generate more text than this, but something like this. Now it could be on a theme. I mean, you could obviously write something, say London blah blah blah, etc etc. I want to create a design that I can use as a background for London. So obviously in this I would have some text saying London a few times, and you can obviously type in the word London or something like that, and then click there and press return. So once you've done that, you can also then resize this. You might want to say, let's just fill the entire thing here. And you can see, do this, maybe make that bigger. But now what you can do is you can now go to the libraries panel. And this is where the real action happens. Go to libraries. So libraries, at the bottom, there's a little plus there. You can see a little plus right at the bottom, add elements. Just tucked away, one of the most powerful features in Photoshop, really super useful for creating all kinds of designs. Just go down there, click here, and extract from image. I'm just going to use that to extract this text, and you can see the result here. This one is the default one, but you might want to create one, say like this. So there's lots of different options. And what you can also do is you can go here and you can scale, so you can change that. You can zoom in a bit, zoom out, whatever. You can go backwards and forwards until you're happy with your design. Also, you can add maybe rotations. You could rotate it, but I don't want that. I just want 0. Now, unfortunately, it's not particularly easy once you've gone off that to put it back to 0. So you just quickly, put it like that. But you could put it to 90, say. Would be nice if you could enter the entry in the field here, but it doesn't seem to be available. Again, you can move this as well. So you might decide, you know what, I want to get that to be like that. So you get a bit of a gap there, maybe. Up to you. But say you've got London, you've got obviously Oxford Street, you've got all the various places in London, Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, etc. You've got all those in the text. So it's a great start point for saying exciting city, love London, etc. And then you can just save this to your CC library. So save to CC library, and it's saved. Now, of course, you could create some more. You might think, oh, you know what, that's a pretty good one as well. And you can repeat this obviously multiple times and maybe use some of these different ones as well. But once you're happy, you can close. So what you got it in the library. And here it is in the library here. Now it's saved to the current library, which is London, my London pictures. But you can save it obviously to a different library. You can move it from there if you want. Now I'm just going to remove this. I don't want that anymore. So I'm just going to go now to here in the libraries. What you can do, say I want this one, the first one. I think that's the best design. I can right click, and then you can see apply pattern. So I can apply it now automatically. But also you can create a pattern preset because it doesn't create the actual pattern at this point. So at this point, you need to create pattern preset, and it's saved. And I could do the same with the other one. So go to that one. Let's just select that one, and just actually creates it at that point. Now I don't particularly want that one, but let's create pattern preset again. So let's just remove that now. You can just remove it. It's a layer that you can delete. So you've got this, nothing on there at the moment. Well, what you can now do is you can go to your patterns, You could use it from here, but also you can go to Window and Patterns. Get it stored away in your patterns. And you can see then as you go down here, here's the pattern, one of the ones there. And you can then just simply drag it there. Now you can see because it's really zoomed in, what you can do, double click, and you can say, put it to 10 or something smaller, or maybe 4 or something like that. So you can change it, you can vary, and then you can see what happens. You can move it around. It's just a normal pattern layer that you can reposition. And also you can angle it as well very quickly this way. So it's quite a nice feature. You just quickly change the angle and it will be diagonal text or something like that. And then click OK. But what you can also do is you can then set the layers opacity. So just go here to the layers panel. Here's layers, and you've got the opacity there. So you can click here and you can say, you know what, I don't want it max, I want it something like that, 20% say. With that, you can then, if you want, you can flatten it or just keep it live, perfectly reasonable. And now you can add your other images. So I'm going to go with something like this, some pools. Let's just drag over here some pools, and you can see then you've got that. And also resize it. Of course, you can create multiple designs like this and press return. And of course, you could add other images as well, maybe another one. I'm just going to quickly duplicate this one. So I've just got it over there. Obviously, you could use something else. But also then you can just add some text, some actual normal text, and then just drag and then create something else like London is, etc., etc. And you can add all kinds of designs very quickly using this approach. Another great thing about this pattern now, and this is why I'm just going to quickly go to another document. So let's press return, file a new, create another document. You can also use it now with shapes. So if you want a background for your shapes or a texture design, what you need to do, simply go with, say, ellipse tool, shape option here, and there, just drag, and you've got your design there. You can see it's filled with text, but let's just create one that we've just created. So there it is. So it's filled with that, and you can then go here and set the scale, maybe set it to 2 or something like that, or 5, etc. And maybe change the angle again if you want. And also, you can use it in layer styles, which is even more useful to combine with other effects as well. So that is a quick way of adding some patterns, text pattern designs or type patterns in Photoshop. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. A like or dislike, always appreciated.